Alright, I'm pulling it up. YouTube. YouTube says I'm live. Yeah, YouTube says I'm live. Hi. Let me just check. Find a good place to put my phone so I can see the chat. My phone is only at I don't watch this. Fucking midnight. It's 11:50 p.m. where I am. So let me tweet real quick. It says two concurrent viewers. I have to imagine that's just my laptop and my phone. I probably could have done this as just like a record it and put it up, but if I did that, I'd be too tempted to edit it, which is not what you want. But yeah, hi. I'm not gonna like wait for people to get here to get into it. I guess I'll just say, that. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, so this week, at work, they switched me from working like usually like 5 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon was my typical shift, to now my typical shift is gonna be like 2 in the afternoon to 10 at night. I'm a closer now instead of an opener. And so I need to change my sleep schedule pretty dramatically. And I need to be awake for a couple hours. And that's not easy for me. I like going to bed early. I like waking up early. I am a morning person. It's kind of like my default mode has been for. So, kind of just forcing myself to stay up a little bit. So, I don't know how long the stream is going to be, but like, it's midnight, which is like 2 hours after I usually go to bed to begin with. So, if we can get another, at least another hour out of this, like, that's pretty good for just me. And what I want out of my life. I don't 100% remember where we left off last time. So let me just run you through. I know that I think I was like level 4 last time, and now I'm level 14. Still the fucking wizard. But yeah, I've gone off stream and leveled up quite a bit. I feel pretty good about all these stats except for Magicka. Really want to raise up Magicka some. But I have not taken several different opportunities I've had to increase my Magicka, you know? So that's on me a little bit. Hi, Nia. What was I gonna say? I feel like there was some other stuff I was just gonna go over. Put a lot into speechcraft, put a lot into alchemy. Got a lot of spells here. Went and did some spell making. Off stream. Basically, off stream, I did a lot of fucking around and not doing much that matters. Like, I did, a lot of Thieves Guild stuff that is not very interesting because it is literally just go here, grab item without being... Like, the later Thieves Guild stuff is more like actual real quests, but the early stuff that I did is basically just grab item and we'll give you 1,000 gold. And I needed 1,000 gold, so I did that. And I spent a lot of it on training. I spent some of it on spell making. Oh, I guess that's the other thing is that I should address. And then we can probably just get into the stream proper because you don't really need you don't really need to know all about my 70 personality. But the mod that I turned on. So normally how Morrowind works is that if I cast a spell, let's do a different spell. Let's do literally any spell except the one I have right now. Divine Aid. We'll do Divine Aid because it costs a lot. So, didn't even successfully cast it. So normally, that would just stay at 12. That's how Morrowind works. Until you sleep, do not get your magicka back. It is a very D&D sort of thing, without quite being the D&D. It's not quite how D&D works, but it's kind of replicating that in video game form, where you have to sleep to get it back. And that's how I've been playing on stream. And off stream, I was like, this is a waste of my fucking time. And so I turned on a mod that I'd been using on another character. I turned it back on for this character, Vanaseth, that basically just recharges that. So now we're up at 14 magic. I'm gonna slowly recharge. It's not that quick. I don't know the specifics of the mod. I know in Oblivion, recharge is mostly a willpower thing and a little bit of an intelligence thing. So I don't know if it's based off that or if it's just you get one magicka back per second or something. I quit. Anyway, last little bit of housekeeping is that the fuck was that? What was I talking about? The fuck was I talking about? Genuinely no clue. Oh yeah, so yeah, I remember now. The thing that I kind of want to do with streams a little bit is I've talked about this before. Do a lot of stuff like Great House quests and Morag Tong quests. A lot of stuff that is like native Dunmer institutions, as opposed to Imperial institutions like the Fighters Guild and the Thieves Guild and, you know, all of those things. Like, I want to do the Dunmer thing. And so I wanted, on the next stream I did, to either start the Morag Tong or House Telvanni. You can only join one great house, and I am most interested in House Telvanni. So I was gonna do though on this one, but because it's a midnight stream, because it's late, you know, doing new quest line, that might require thought. That might require conviction. That might require energy. So I want to keep doing the main quest because I know what to do. So, Hellfire. I've thought it over and I want you to interview 3 informants in Vivek City concerning Minervarine in the 6th house. First, someone from the Thieves Guild. Second, someone with the Morag Tong. And finally, someone who is a temple priestess. Here are 200 drakes for bribes and other expenses. Okay. I should... Let's read a little bit of this stuff here, because I haven't talked to Hayes Casades about some of these things. I've just brought him information. And I think he's got an interesting perspective as the spy master of the occupying force. The illiterate Ashlanders pass down their customs and history in the form of poetic verses. Among the things they preserve in verse are the dreams and prophetic visions of their wise women, in particular, the verses that foretell the coming of Neverrain. I don't know much about Ashlanders. Most people say they are murderous savages, but most people are idiots. I know that they hate their settled Dunmer cousins almost as much as they hate Westerners. That must be tough. They must be tough to live in the Ashlands. I don't think Outlanders can become members of their tribes. I don't know why anyone would want to. So, like, I know if you're watching this, you probably know this. Describing people as illiterate and... Oh, I don't think they're murderous savages, but some people think they're murderous savages. Like, you can... We will meet Ashlanders in the course of the game. I have already chatted with one very briefly. They're just people, you know, and there's, I think, a lot going on when the Imperial Spy Master is like, oh, the illiterate savages, as if, like, you know, oral history is not real history. Anyway. A Hiranir, Jit, and a Thieves Guild operator. You'll find her in St. Olm's Canton. Be careful what you say and use common sense. People in the cantons are suspicious of outsiders. You may have to win or purchase their confidence. That's basically just if you don't have a speech skill, I've got almost 50 in speechcraft. I will probably be able to win their confidence, but if you don't want to engage with the speechcraft system, then you purchase it. You can just purchase people. Leah is an Argonian and a Morag Tong assassin. Oh, I didn't know they let Argonians be Morag Tong. I mean, I guess you, as a player, can play as an Argonian and can join the Morag Tong. So I guess they have to. That's interesting. You'll find him in Vivek at the Black Shack Corner Club. Black Shalk Corner Club in the lower wasteworks of the Foreign Quarter. In addition to his other skills, Julia is known around Vivek as a student of history and a lover of books and old things. Sounds like my dude. And let's go ask Milo. Mayor Milo is a temple priestess who works in the libraries at the Hall of Wisdom and Justice. She's a friend, so be careful and don't get her in trouble. The temple is suspicious of Outlanders and wouldn't be happy to find Mara talking with you about religious matters. It'll be easy to spot. Look out for the priestess with the copper hair and... Anything else I want to ask him about? I should ask him about the Morag Tong and the temple. I should ask him about the Thieves Guild too. We'll click all these. Morag Tong is a guild of executioners and assassins, completely illegal and guided by a strict code of conduct. It's an ancient Dunmer society steeped in tradition, but I know and respect a few Westerners who belong to the Morag Tong. Nothing like the Dark Brotherhood. I have no idea how to join. Dark Brotherhood is a cult of edgelords. Tribunal Temple is the native religion. Oh, we've talked to him about this before. Thieves Guild. In the rest of the Empire, the Thieves Guild is a more or less organized group of local criminal syndicates governing illegal trade in their communities. Here in Morrowind, the Thieves Guild is the newcomer. The established local crime lords are called the Kamana Tong. The Thieves Guild doesn't advertise, partly because to avoid the law, and partly to avoid the Kamanatong, who have sworn to destroy the upstart Thieves Guild. River Lips Habasi over at Southwall is the local guild boss. I think Oblivion drops this. I'd be curious to see how Arena and Daggerfall do this, but Oblivion and Skyrim... Morrowind always made it seem to me, even as a kid, as if, Morrowind always made it sound to me as if the Thieves Guild was more or less government sanctioned, or like wink wink. And, you know, if you're doing this as part of the guild... How'd you get down there, bud? I'm fine, thanks. How you doing, champ? Good? Oh, I'm... right on out of here. Yeah, so Morrowind always made it sound to me like the Thieves Guild was not, maybe not officially sanctioned by the Empire, but more or less officially sanctioned by the Empire, and that people are gonna do crime, we might as well have a guild to organize the crime, because otherwise it would get violent and bad and stuff. And that's always how I read the Thieves Guild in Morrowind. And then as a kid, I was like, maybe I just misunderstood, because in Oblivion, it's like, shut the fuck up, don't talk about the Thieves Guild. But I think maybe Oblivion and Skyrim just decide that the Thieves Guild is... I think maybe they just... how they do from game to game. Oh, I wanted to do one other thing I just remembered. So I'm pulling up... on Google, give me just a moment. Okay. Uh, 20. We'll do it. Did it work? It worked. I just wanted to have these. I think it's fun. No other reason. It'll make getting around Vivek fucking easier, I'll tell you that much for free. Oh, you know what we should do? Since we're going to Vivek. Well, since we gotta go anyway. We're going in the Soul Trader. I think it's cheaper to go through the Mages Guild. We're going on this. Soul Traders.
Where would you like to go?
Alright. Oh, I misjudged. Oh, hellfire and damnation. Okay. We're gonna just load a quick save. I did not know how far that would launch me. Let's try one more time. Let's give it one more go. Just gonna do it in a quick save. Maybe if we go a little more up this time. Nope. Might You know what? That's not. You got a fucking problem? I didn't fucking think. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, I should make a better one of these. Not the water walking. The water walking is fine. I really only need it for 30 seconds. I have a levitate spell that can get us around a little bit. Circumstance jumped up. I should make a better levitate spell at some point, but this is, you know, we can do that. That is absolutely an attainable goal as a spell. Oop. Also, I really want higher intelligence. Partially because, like, I've got a couple spells now that, like, cost a lot of mana. I have governed. Oh, alchemy, enchant. Alchemy and enchant. So I can train up enchant and alchemy. Oh, I've got a pretty good bonus. Let me train up some conjuration, and I think that'll actually even get me to up. We'll do that. So yeah, one of the spells I made these for I think every school. I'm not sure. One of the spells I made was like conjuration grinding, and it's literally just summon a ghost for 1 second, you know, or like destruction grinding, like weakness to fire 0 to 1% on self for 1 second, you know, alteration grinding, water breathing on self for 1 second, that sort of stuff, and it works even better when you have the magic regeneration mod, because you don't have to cast it 68 times and then sleep. Yeah. So you're just gonna hear me cast this a bunch. Sorry. Oh, I remember what I wanted to do. I was gonna do some temple stuff since we were gonna be in the city anyway. I don't know if you remember the pilgrimage of 7 graces that we were on last time we did. Thank you for your generosity, Lord Vivek. I shall neither hoard nor steal, nor encumber myself with profitless treasures, but shall share freely among house and hearth. Plus 10 to mercantile for 48 minutes. That's good. Probably not doing that, but I'm glad I did that. And we got an even 2,000 gold out of it. That's nice. Oh, you know what? What was, I know Chaos wants us to go to... Oh, the puzzle canal. I figured out how to do it. Pretty sure. Pretty sure I figured out how to do this. I'm gonna go in one door really quickly, and if it's not immediately apparent to me, I actually figured out what I was... I'm pretty sure it's level 3. I'll get this Night Eye spell, so hopefully that helps. Casting that. Yeah, there's actually a fucking doorway. Puzzle Canal Center. And I know how to do this part. The hard part before was finding this thing. Kajuo, breathe the waters of his glory, and the way is made clear. So, I know this. We have to drown ourselves so that we can receive Vivek's agreement. Which is pretty cool as far as, like, fucking quests you have to do in a video game, you know? Got a lot of health. This might take... I've got so much health. I should have done this earlier. Oh no. I mean, it's good that I have a lot of health. I hope I'm doing this right. I wonder if I move, if that makes it go quicker. I mean, I definitely know that I'm getting athleticism. I should... Yeah! Yeah, we fucking did it, boy. Water of his glory. So I guess that opened something. But I don't know. Let me get my water breathing spell. So I assume that opened a door, but I don't know where that door would have... I just knew that I had to drown. Oh! This is new. I'm gonna quick save one more thing. As you see, I am unarmed, but you are brave and gallant. Sigh, will you give me your longsword so that I might stand a chance again? I love that this guy... This is a demon. This is like a real fucking demon. This is a Dremora. These guys are like for real evil, like Satan guys. And I love that somebody, at some point, decided that Crass's job, that he has to stand here and put up with every stupid motherfucking idiot outlander like me who wants to go through the temple and native Morrowind. Like, this guy basically has to stand here and be like, I'm the spooky demon that you see at your bar mitzvah. Everybody sees me because I'm the spooky bar mitzvah demon. Yes, I accept the sword. Thank you, Venoseth Renar. You have the grace of courtesy. You could read the inscription on the shrine to... Grace of courtesy. Thank you for your courtesy, Lord Vivek. I shall speak neither hurtful nor harsh word. I shall speak respectfully, even of my enemies, for temperate words may turn aside anger. I guess we'll go back. What did we get? Swift swim and water breathing for 48 minutes. I don't need to cast water breathing. Go back to casting non-creation, I guess. Grinding that so I can get +5 to my magicka when I level up here in a minute. mean, listen, as far as, like, day jobs go, I'd be fine with being spooky, has to put up with, you know, everybody trying to get baptized. Like, imagine if every Christian who wanted to get confirmed had to go talk to the same demon who's been there for centuries. And it's a guy everybody knows, but he's not actually part of the religion. It's just that there's this guy who everybody has to talk to. So I think, because this is a pretty bad levitate spell, it's levitate 10 points for 30 seconds. I think if I did like levitate 20 points, I would be moving twice as fast right now. This speed at which I am moving right now sucks. This is a bad speed for me to be moving at, in my opinion. But anyway, I think we've now done all the temple, all the tribunal temple stuff that is in Vivek City, so that's good. So I guess we'll go do main quest then. Also, it is funny that you have to give him a silver longsword, and so somebody is like, well, I guess we should put some I guess we should put a big box with a bunch of swords in it so that everybody can pick up a sword on their way to do their baptism. You know? Essentially. We'll talk to Mayor Amilo, because we're at the temple compound right now, I believe. I think she's at the Hollow. I might have misread it, but I think that's right.
What do you think?
I can just add. But maybe. Well. Do the usual stuff and just keep moving on. You know what I heard about Barum? The other day he woke up in the temple but couldn't remember how he got there or why he went there. He made a big joke of it, saying he must have tied one on last night and forgot all about it. Vic is huge. Nothing that interesting. Other than this guy really fucking hates vampire.
Hail and welcome. Do you have any news?
I'll just Oh, you know what? I might need to run and use the restroom. Yeah, let's take 5. Yeah, let's take 5. I'm gonna run to the restroom and be back shortly. Do I have a standby screen? I do. I forgot I have the best standby screen in the fucking universe. Look at this. I'm back. You know, I've never noticed it. But it seems like the chat just stays there. And I want... This is just the thing that happens. Streams, I guess. Let me get a little closer on the mic so it's actually picking up everything I say. I want messages to fade after like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I didn't know that all the messages just stayed on the screen. I guess I need to investigate how to change that. I'm gonna bring the... Just because I'm talking quieter tonight. That looks a little better. That's all in the yellow now. Okay. Video game. Video game? Oh, video game crash? Video game duck. We're good. We're good. Cool. I could go to the High Fane, because I can unlock that door pretty easy. I would see, but I will not go to the High Fane. Not where I need to be. Canon offices. Oh, Milo's quarters. Let's just quick save, make sure no one sees us. I guess we can do our cheapest open door spell. Oh, Milo isn't here. For reasons that are obvious. I'm gonna take this book though, because I don't know where I put it. Rising potion. Let's rob this person quick. Now? Yeah, KS, sorry, I know you said that was your friend, but I accidentally broke into the room thinking they'd be there. And so... Hi, Joe, again. Canon quarters. Library? Let's try the library.
Greetings, Outlander. Go on, don't I know you from somewhere?
Salvar. Film.
Greetings,
Mara.
Outlander. I think I've heard of you before.
Yes, I'm Mara Milo. Kea sent you? Follow me into the back of the library. Can't talk here. Go ahead. I'm afraid I don't know anything about the Sixth House cult, but I can tell you about the Nerevarine cult. Oh, big jump in disposition there. The temple worships Nerevar as a saint and hero, but prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. The Nerevarine cult claims the tribunal are false gods, hence the temple's prosecution of the Nerevarine cult. A group called the Dissident Priests disputes temple doctrine on the Nerevarine prophecy. The prescribed book, Progress of Truth, describes their beliefs. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Chaos Cascades. That will tell him what he needs to know about the Nerevarine cult. Let's pick her brain a little bit. Temple. Well, I don't think that anybody's given me blue text for Almalexia, Sothisil, and Vivek before. Almalexia is the healing mother, the source of compassion and empathy, the protector of the poor and weak. Sothisil, companion and teacher of Nerevar, and Vivek. Sothisil is the light of knowledge and the inspiration of craft and sorcery. And Lord Vivek is a lover of both words and deeds, and a master of weapons and poetry. I might have touched on this before. Almalexia and Sothisil are going to get a lot more development in the Tribunal DLC, which is obvious. It is called the Tribunal DLC. Well, it is the Tribunal expansion pack. We didn't call it DLC back then. It was 2002. We didn't call it DLC. We called them expansion packs. I liked them better when they were called expansion packs. The Nerevarine cult. As I said, the Dissident Priests have a book, Progress of Truth. Tribunal. Like loving ancestors, the tribunal guards and counsels us. Like stern parents, they punish our sins and errors. Like generous relatives, they share their bounty among the greatest and least according to their need. Ancestors. The oldest of our ancestor spirits we call the Daedra. Though they are powerful and cunning, their hearts and minds have grown distant and strange. The bad Daedra are dangerous. I love that the bad Daedra. No, I will not be elaborating on what the bad Daedra are. The Daedra are our ancestors. Before the tribunal, we worshipped the Daedra as gods, but they didn't deserve it, since they harmed us as often as they helped us. When they became gods, the tribunal became our protectors, and high ancestor spirits. The good Daedra became loyal friends of the tribunal, but the bad Daedra remained foul and treacherous. We've asked about the tribunal. Good Daedra. Boethia, Mephala, and Azura are loyal friends of the tribunal. These Daedra are the good Daedra, which we also call the entity. So, I know a little bit about Boethia and Azura, and I know that they're going to figure into the main quest of this game and Tribunal a little bit more. I don't know how. So we might invest some time in going and doing some of the Daedra Shrine quest lines. We'll get there. Let's go back up. Temple's prosecution of the Nerevarine cult. It's an Ashlander cult. Primitive superstition, says the temples. Nerevarine says the tribunal are false gods. Nerevarines say, I've never understood why the temple wastes so much energy on them. The faithful cannot be shaken by such attacks, and the Ashlanders are just ignorant savages. But since the submission of the temple to the Empire and the erosion of faith among the Dunmer, the militant wing of the temple is increasingly fierce in its attacks on heretics and heathens. But I think it's interesting to hear a native Dunmer in the religion, or even these people refer to the nomadic Ashlander people as primitive savages. Game's doing stuff. That's all. Oh, I lost. Let's ask about the progress of truth. This book lists the disputes of the dissident priests with tribunal temple doctrines. The temple has outlawed the sale or possession of the book, so it will be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I fear I am being watched by ordinators here. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers. Some local booksellers ignore temple bans, outlawed books for profit or principles by ordinators. I do not care for temple politics, but I have read Progress of Truth, and it troubles me. I have friends, former priests, who have gone into hiding, so I am bound to come to the attention of the Ordinator. I am careful, but I am afraid. I'm no secret agent like you or Chaos. Sooner or later, I too must go into hiding, if it is not too late. When you return to Chaos, tell him I am worried, and that if something goes wrong, I will leave a message under the agreed code word of Amaya. Chaos Casades. Chaos' dear friend. He admires the best traditions of the temple. He's a Westerner, but he has come to love land and people. Distrusts the Ordinators. Suspects the temple is hiding something. Dagoth-Ur. Dagoth-Ur is the immortal enemy. We've gotten this from a bunch of other people. Dissident priests. The dissident priests dispute temple doctrine. Persecuted. In belief, they challenge the purity and divinity of the tribunal, suggesting their powers are sorcerous, not divine, and perhaps akin to the powers of Dagoth-Ur. They also condemn the arbitrary power of the Ordinators and accuse the temple hierarchy of self-interest and corruption. Disturbing dreams. That means nothing to me. Perhaps you wouldn't know, but the temple regards disturbing dreams as a sign of soul sickness, a sign that the mind is deranged and impure. Blah, blah, blah. Soul sickness is called madness or insanity in the Empire. Signs of soul sickness are strange dreams, uncontrollable impulses, and cruel and evil deeds. Madness is not a disease, or if it were, it might be cured by blessings. Soul sickness is a curse of Dagoth-Ur, who sends dark dreams to attack the weak of faith in their sleep. Those strong in faith can resist. Those weak in faith must seek counsel from the temple. Good to know. Dwemer. Saint Nerevar destroyed the Dwemer, according to Temple Doctrine. Okay, I think we've gotten everything out of Maramila that we're going to get. Let's see if we can... Oh, I do need this book, though. Dang it. I need this book for a different quest that I picked up during the off time. So I need that. That's good to have. Grasping Fortune, Firmament, Consolation, Darkest Darkness, Deed to Indaryl's House, 5 Songs, Brief History, Canadas, the Book, Brothers, Changed One. Let's keep poking around. Or the Firmament, Cerrone's Invocation, Civic and Mephala. Who is Almcivi? Morrowind is holy country. House of Troubles. Ah, damn it, I failed casting this.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Greetings, Outlander. Go on about your business. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Pilgrim's Path. Sorry, I'm sure this is... I don't... You know what, as boring as this might be, I promise you that watching me go to various bookstores and trying to find this would be worse. Some of this sounds kind of interesting. I might read some of this off stream. I don't know who Baron Zia is. Arcana Restored, what's that? I don't know what any of this is. I'm not gonna read it on stream. That would be boring, but needless.
About your business.
Nora's got a really cool... Nora's got a CD. Nora's got a box that has a few CDs. And which one? And these CDs are
Go on about your
Arena, Daggerfall. It's Morrowind GOTY Edition all on one disc. So it's got all the stuff on one disc. And then it's Oblivion on a couple of discs. I think maybe like Oblivion and then Somerset Isle on
don't I know you
different stuff, and Knights of the Nine and all that on another separate disc. Pilgrim's Path.
Greetings, Outlander. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Starting to be famous. I used to own. I did not have Morrowind GOTY Edition. What I had back in the day before Steam was really a thing, the big fucking binder, and you could hold each page could hold 4 CDs on each side. And so I had all my computer games in this binder, alphabetized and all that, as far back as 9 years old. I remember this, that I was a weirdo about alphabetizing my computer game, my PC game. Am I missing that? What am I doing here?
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Let's wander just a little bit. Maybe there's like a different part of the hall that might also... Oh, fuck. Oh.
Greetings, Outlander. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Where the fuck is this book at? No, I have not listened to the Olivia Rodrigo album. I do really like Driver License. I think that's the same artist. I'm Googling The Progress of Truth real quick. So I'm excited to hear the Olivia Rodrigo album. I didn't know it had come out until someone at work mentioned it to me yesterday. So I'm excited to hear it. Progress of Truth.
By the 3, my rights and duties.
Hall of Justice Secret Library of Vivek. Contents. I don't... Dude, I fucking hate fandom.com. I fucking hate this. Useless fucking website. UESP is just a superior Elder Scrolls wiki. Sorry, I just don't want to be spending
My rights and duties.
too long looking around for this. Progress of Truth, UASP. Thank you. There we go. Library. Let me click on Library of Vivek. Maybe it will show me. Found on the shelf. Okay. Progress of Truth. Found on the shelf to the left in the lobby area as you face the back area. Oh, it's... I probably hovered over this a dozen times. Okay. We're gonna quick save. We're gonna chameleon. Do I have invisibility? Do I have an invisibility spell? I feel like I should have an invisibility spell. Do I have? Okay, looks fine now. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine paying 150. Wait, did I put the damn book? Ah, Hellfire. Okay. Do I need to take the book, or do I just need to read it? I'd like to take the book. You know what we can do? Do we want to misbehave? Player. Add item. We're gonna really fucking misbehave because it's after midnight. You can't fucking stop me. What are you gonna do? DK. Progress of Truth. 1. We're fucking cheating. I don't give a shit. It's late. And normally I might try. But I had a hard day at work. So I'm not going to. Excerpt. Concerning the points of temple doctrine challenged by distant priests. Divinity of the Tribunal. Tribunal doctrine claims their apotheosis was miraculously achieved through questing, virtue, knowledge, testing, and battling with evil. Temple doctrine claims their divine powers are immortality and ultimately conferred as a communal judgment by the Dunmer. I literally downloaded a book. Good night, Nia. Including, among others, the Good Daedra, the Prophet Veloth, and Saint Nerevar. Dissident priests ask whether Dagoth Ur's powers and the Tribunal's powers might ultimately derive from the same source, Red Mountain. Sources in the Apocrypha suggest that the Tribunal relied on profanely enchanted tools to achieve godhead, and that those unholy devices were the ones originally created by the ungodly Dwemer sorcerer Kagranak to create the false construct of Numidium. 2. The purity of the Tribunal. The dissident priests say that the temple has always maintained a public face and a hidden face. The public account portrays the actions of the Tribunal in a heroic light, while the hidden writings reveal secrets, consistencies, conflicting accounts, and varying interpretations which hint at darker and less heroic motives in the actions of the Tribune. In particular, conflicting accounts of the battle at Red Mountain raise questions about the Tribunal's conduct and the source of their subsequent apotheosis. Also, there is good evidence the Tribunal may have been concealing the true nature of the threat posed by Dagoth Ur at Red Mountain, misleading the people about the Tribunal's ability to protect Morrowind from Dagoth Ur, and concealing a recent dramatic diminishing of the Tribunal's magical powers. 3. Temple accounts of the Battle of Red Mountain. I'm sorry if it's boring to just hear me read a book, but I'm fucking fascinated right now. I'm just like all in on this shit. This is all stuff that I know vaguely about from like loving this game since childhood. Like I know the whole story of Morrowind, but I've never done the main quest, so I haven't like seen it unfold. I just know the things, you know? I'm really enjoying the way that it's unfolding, and so I'm sorry if me reading a book out loud on stream is boring, but I'm having a great time. Temple accounts of the Battle at Red Mountain. Ashlander tradition does not place the tribunal at Red Mountain and holds that Dwemer destroyed themselves rather than that Nerevar destroyed them. Ashlander tradition further holds that Nerevar left Dagoth guarding the profane secrets of Red Mountain, while Nerevar went to confer with the tribunal. That Nerevar died at the conference, not of his wounds according to the Ashlanders, but from treachery, and that subsequently, the tribunal confronted a defiant Dagoth within Red Mountain, then drove Dagoth beneath Red Mountain when he would not yield to their will. Veneration of the Daedra, saints, and ancestors. While challenging the divinity of the tribunal, the dissidents do not challenge the sainthood or heroism of the tribunal. In fact, dissident priests advocate restoring many of the elements of fundamentalist ancestor worship as practiced by the Ashlanders and by Saint Veloth. Exactly how this would work is debated inconclusively within the dissident priests. Hi Molly, I love you. Denial of the prophecies of the Incarnate and persecution of the Nerevarines. Though no consensus exists among the dissidents about whether the Nerevarine prophecies are genuine, all agree that the persecution of the Nerevarines is unjust and politically motivated. The dissident priests do not reject mysticism, revelation, or prophecy as part of the religious experience. The dissidents have not resolved the issue of true or false insights. They have studied the mysticism of the Ashlander cults, in particular the rites of Ashlander seers and wise women, and the prophecies of the Incarnate. Many among the dissident priests have come to believe that the Nerevarine prophecies are genuine and have made a systemic study of prophecies recorded in temple archive. Authority of the Archcanon and the Ordinator. So that's all just let's pause for a second. All of that's really interesting to me because it seems like there is a split in the temple. The thing that makes Morrowind really good to me, in my opinion, or one of the things that makes it like work better than a lot of fantasy of this type, is that I think a lot of fantasy of this type, I think Skyrim is one of these. Skyrim is a great example of this, where differences between people in Skyrim exist because I'm a Dunmer and I hold in my heart prejudice against Nords, and Nords hold prejudice against Dunmer. You know, that sort of thing. Like, and the cause of difference is pre-existing notions, and if these people could drop their prejudice and stereotypes and bias, that would change, that would fix racism. And Skyrim is a game. Yes, Joe, I can do this. Give me just a second, because I can't explain the story. Because this is all, I realize I've thrown people into the deep end, especially if they haven't watched the first 2 episodes. We're not that far into the main quest, I don't think, but it's good to just take stock. But I'll finish what I'm saying about I'll finish what I was saying, which is just like, so in Skyrim, racism exists because people are racist, basically. And people should just learn to get along. In Morrowind, racism exists because the Empire wants to occupy Morrowind and fundamentally change the economy of Morrowind to be more industrial and generate wealth for the Empire. That is a textual thing that is happening in this game. That the Dunmer economy used to be more agricultural, and now it is industrial because since the Imperial occupation. And there are divisions in the church that exist because of fundamentally different beliefs about things that are and are not divine. And it's not that that is the cause of divisions in the church. The cause of divisions in the church is not, well, fuck those guys. I hate those guys over there. It is these dissident priests believe that different things are divine than what the traditional temple doctrine says. Okay, so quick explanation of the story so far. We're playing, my character is named Vanaseth Renar. Vanaseth was sent from the Imperial City, first by carriage and now by boat, to the east to Morrowind. And you arrive in Morrowind, specifically the island of Vardenfell. Vardenfell has a great big volcano called Red Mountain in the middle of it. Vardenfell is a huge part of the province of Morrowind, but is not all of it. But that is where the main game takes place, is the island of Vardenfell. So, you arrive on Vardenfell, you are sent to the city of Balmora to meet with a guy named Caius Casades, who is I'm the Imperial Spy Master in Morrowind, and the Emperor himself has sent you to me to do some work. And it is unclear to me right now how much the Emperor has told Caius. The Emperor has intentions for my character specifically, but I don't know what Caius knows and what the Emperor is not telling him. So, Caius sent me first to a guy in the Fighters Guild, and that guy told me about the 6th house. Morrowind historically has been governed by the Great Houses, 5 Great Houses specifically, and so this guy sent me to find out about the 6th house, the House of Dagoth-Ur. Dagoth-Ur being basically an ancient evil guy who lives in the volcano at the center of Vardenfell. So that is basically, there is a resurgent cult of the 6th house, House Dagoth, that is doing stuff. We don't know what stuff yet. That's part of what we're doing as spies right now. Then we went and talked to somebody in the Mages Guild who told us a little bit about the cult of the Nerevarine, which is a Ashlanders are tribes of nomadic people of nomadic Dunmer people who live throughout Morrowind, and a lot of Ashlander tribes believe in the Nerevarine, which is going to be the reincarnation of Saint Nerevar, this like folk hero in Morrowind. And then yeah, this is kind of, we're now doing the third part of the main quest, which is we're going to the holy city of Vivek, and we're talking to a couple of contacts within the spy organization that we're part of, and just gathering more information about these various cults and factions that are doing stuff that we don't really know about. And so yeah, that's basically it so far. Authority of the Archcanon. The dissident priests reject the authority of the Archcanon. In the Ordinators, the temple hierarchy has been corrupted by self-interest and politics. The Inquisition and the use of terror and torture by the Ordinators. Within the temple hierarchy, it is an open secret that the Ordinators rely on abduction, terror, torture, and secret imprisonment to discourage heresy and dissent. 8. Fundamentals of Temple Doctrine. Charity for the poor, education for the ignorant, protection for the weak. Though the distant priests acknowledge that most rank-and-file priests honor the best traditions of the temple, they believe that many priests in higher ranks are more interested in love of authority and luxury than in the welfare of the poor, weak, and ignorant. So yeah. This is not the Morrowind manifesto. This is the manifesto of some guys who are like, hey, the Church of Morrowind has some fucked shit going. So, yeah. That's not where I want to be. I don't need to be sneaking right now, but I do love sneaking. It's 1 the fuck a.m.
What do you think of our city, Outlander? What do you think of our city, Outlander?
Oh, cool. It's light outside. I can fucking see it. Stupid fucking town. Okay. St. Olm's Canal. Okay. So. So we've got a couple other people. We've got to meet with this person in the Thieves Guild and this person in the Morag Tong. This person in the Thieves Guild is in St. Olm's, and I believe we're in St. Olm's. So here's the thing, is that fucking Vivek, the holy city, is a little hard to navigate. I will do my best. Wasteworks. Wasteworks. Let's keep going up. St. Olm's Plaza. See if I can just ask somebody about the Thieves Guild. I don't see it. It's all sickness. St. Olm's Haunted Manor? Well, let's fucking quick save and go find out what's in the Haunted Manor, shall we? Got my fucking sword out. It's enchanted, so ghosts can't fuck with me. What the fuck is this place? What the fuck is this place? just a haunted house in the middle of town, in the middle of the holy city? Who's that?
On your way.
Okay. You say so.
Do I know you?
This guy...
I've heard a lot about you, Outlander. Go ahead.
This guy doesn't want to talk to me. It doesn't really seem...
I've heard a lot about you, Outlander. Go ahead.
I don't know what the fuck any of these people are doing here. They seem kind of weird. Seems like there's probably some quest somewhere that'll bring me to this haunted manor, but for right now, it doesn't seem like there's a lot to do. Weird vibes in that house. Strange vibes. Kinda into it. St. Olm's Temple. I'm guessing that the thief we're looking for is not hanging out in the temple. Could be. For sure. Ingling Manor. Let's keep going up, I guess. I don't know. This town is hard to navigate. I want to know what for, don't you? Anything good? Yeah, there's 50 gold. That's all right. There's 4 more. There's 8 more than that. Look at that. Here's some egg. Yeah, I'm not gonna really rob this person. Lightly rob them. Keep moving. Let's go in this manor. Maybe somebody in this place. Falgor.
Well, what is this about? On your way.
Your wounds are great.
On your way.
That guy was half troll, it looked like.
What is it, Sarah?
Temple. I'm gonna keep assuming that this person is not in. Could be. Definitely could be. But oh, you know what? Let's go down. Let's go down. She's a thief. She's sneaky. I bet she's not in, like, the main thoroughfare, you know? Sir?
Go on about your
Sir?
business.
Thank you. Oh, Otterneer? Maybe that name does sound a little familiar. For some reason I just can't seem to remember. Well, luckily I have a pretty good speechcraft skill. Could've... I was at 90, I should've just... Before? Ooh, we're dropping. Riveting content. Let's try. Let's try with 88. Oh, okay. I know Audrenier. If I know Audrenier, she'll be staying out of sight as long as the census and excise agent are out. Probably down in the underworks. Look for trapdoors down from the canal works level. Tax collectors. The underworks are the canton sewers. Go out and look over the side. You can see. So go down, which was literally what I was thinking earlier. Is like let's down instead of. See if we can find any trapdoors like that. Let's quick save, because I've gotten attacked down in sorts of places before by just random guys. There's a shrine. Oh, I got a new sword, by the way. Just poison instead of, Do you hear the combat music? I hear the combat music. Fucking destroying that. Rats, let me play something. There we go. That's our boy.
Why is my friend here?
Oh, and we're already best friends with her because we're in the Thieves Guild. Great. Zacchaeus says to you, speak with Audrinair. You have done this thing. You are speaking with Audrinair, but Audrinair will not talk to you about the Nerevarine or Sixth House cult. And because why? Because Audrinair is at this moment very distracted by a nice tax collector to speak with her. I need you to tell me about the fucking agent who's bothering you. Fucking tell me about... You've come from Chaos, so of course... Audrinair was too concerned. She's just not gonna tell me anything about this person. That's frustrating. Guess I'm just gonna go ask other random I see.
May I help you?
I'm gonna Google this. I'm not fucking around with just trying to find out who this... Well, let's go talk to this person. Over here. And then we're gonna Google.
Greetings.
Census and excising. How do I find this?
Sweet moon sugar.
Upstairs in the wasteworks. Okay, I think that's where I am, right? Makes sense. So... Oh, there's the wasteworks. I thought I was in the wasteworks. Okay. Guy's name? Duvanius Platorius.
What do you think of our city, Outlander?
Getting sleepy. I feel like I didn't do much on the stream tonight, but I'm having a really good time right now. This game.
Go on about your business.
This motherfucker. This is who we
welcome.
need.
What may I do for you?
Let's... Can I... Okay. That didn't work. That went really profoundly bad. Okay. How much gold did I just spend on that? Not a ton.
Let's set aside our rivalries and talk, shall we?
So, I'm reading that there's a way I could, like, not kill this guy, but, like, I have the option right now of killing a tax collector. You're gonna tell me I'm not going to try and legally kill this? Because, okay, the thing about Morrowind is how the speech stat works. Admire is basically just a roll of the dice to increase. If you hit on this roll of the dice, you increase their disposition. If you miss, you decrease their disposition. Intimidate, same thing, but also factors in, I think, your strength stat and their strength stat a little bit. So it's a way that you can kind of engage with speechcraft even if you don't have a good speechcraft skill. Bribe, just straight up and down, increases their disposition toward you as long as you don't fail. But taunt. So if I can taunt this person 3 times successfully, he will attack me, which means that it will be legal for me to kill him in broad fucking daylight. And if you're telling me that I can legally kill a tax collector in broad daylight, let's fucking try. Ah, damn.
Go on.
Try one more time. Back here. Let's try just one more time. This guy's got a real good speechcraft skill, because okay.
Than you could possibly imagine.
Because I've got 47 in speechcraft and, 70 in personality. Like, I've got good speechcraft skill. This guy, he's just too good for me. Guess we'll just try to do the quest normal. There's just like another
Welcome.
way
What
to
may
do.
I do for you?
Why? She just took a gun. Oh, that's all you had to do. Well, it is disappointing that I didn't get to kill that guy, but I did finish the quest, it looks like. I just lied and told him that she's not here. Which is fun. That's fun. Damn, girl, how's that waste works? Okay. Very glad to see you. Very happy to tell you about, knows nothing about Nerevarine cult because it is silly superstition. But this person can tell me about the 6th house. This Augeneer knows about because it is smuggling. Some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients because they have a new employer, the 6th house, who pays very well. But what do they smuggle now? I don't know. Because they're very secret, and this is odd because smugglers are always loud and bragging, and how they liked to hush up fat-bellied kitties full of sweets. Smuggling. Smuggling is big business. The Empire says we can't trade skooma, moon sugar, ebony, Dwemer artifacts, exotic Dwemer weapons and armor, and slaves, so smugglers trade these things. Smugglers also smuggle grief, sheen, and sujamma to avoid imperial tax, and now the 6th house hires smugglers, but what they smuggle, I can't say.
Sugar is yours,
Alright.
friend.
That's a little bit of main quest progress. If you just joined us midway through the stream, basically at the start, Kay sent me to find Audrinier and Mayor Mila, and we've talked to them. We still need to talk to Julia, but it's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm tired. That's all there is to it. I'm fucking tired. Let's do this. Let's... Alright. Got out of whatever. I know I was in that building over there, but this city is fucking complicated. It seemed easy. Just teleport out. So that's gonna be the end of the stream, but of course, since I added 20 of these and didn't hardly use them, I've got 19 of these in my inventory. I didn't really use them very much. Might as well. Just see the sights. Oh, can we hit? No, 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 no. Alright. We'll do an actual. I think that's how that name was spelled, something like that. Just so I remember what I was doing next time. Alright. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Take you back to the standby screen just because I like it a lot. Catch you next time.